Watch out, Voltron, Godzilla, right behind you. Oh my. Oh, Voltron turns, tries to take Godzilla on here. There's a fight in progress on the table. Oh, and down goes Voltron. I don't think he can take Godzilla. He's just too powerful now that he's evolved. Oh, Voltron is down. The table is destroyed. There's destruction raining everywhere. Oh, hey, Kong is here now. What's Voltron supposed to do? This is 2 versus 1. And Voltron's 40 years plus. We need some help. Squirrel, we need some help.
Stand by for Squirreltron. It's Barry, ready to carry the team. Mysterious Blue, open to you.
Big Gray on his way. Together we form Squirreltron.
Squirreltron, really? Looks kind of flat there, but look at that, Godzilla is taking the bait going right for Squirreltron. And oh, there's a hit on Squirreltron. He's absorbing it as fast as he can. Oh, look at that. Kong is taking on Squirreltron too, so they're totally double teaming for Squirreltron now. And Voltron gets some fresh air. Oh, there goes Squirreltron down, and looks like Voltron's getting up and getting away, so we can get to this review. Thanks, Squirreltron, for taking the hit, so we could see Voltron 40th anniversary. And on the table today we have Voltron Indeed 40th anniversary from Playmates Toys. This is somewhat of a reissue from a few years back when Voltron and DreamWorks and Netflix were going strong, but 40 years Voltron back. We've got the black lion, we've got the blue lion, we've got the red lion, we've got the plaid lion. We've got all plaid lions here today to build up the mighty Earth's Defender Voltron today, and hopefully he'll be stronger if he ever rematches Godzilla and Kong again, or even Squirreltron. So follow along as we go through this amazing, one of the best original combiners out there, Voltron 40th anniversary.
Squirrel Stampede.
Please like,
Share. And Squirrel.
Alright, when you join Team Voltron, you need to learn everything you can about the legendary Black Lion, as it is the critical component of Voltron, the central torso core. The central torso core, much like the donut hole of the donut, but more than that, as Voltron was not built in a bakery. Look at this retro yet modern display of packaging with 40th anniversary above the blade of Voltron. And there we have inside the Black Lion with over 60 phrases and sound effects and things perhaps helpful at catching birds in the garden, playing with string, and purring on your lap before bedtime. Wowza, Legendary Series forms a 16-inch classic Voltron when you combine all 5 lions. I'm totally misremembering what the scale of the Netflix Voltron was and a subsequent classic Voltron that came out a few years ago. This one feels larger, but you'll have to let me know in the comments where we're at on that, as I have lost some critical Voltron hard drive. Oh, you were born in 2022 and you're only 2 years old and you want to know Voltron, Defender of the Universe? From days of long ago, from uncharted regions of the universe comes a legend, the legend of Voltron, Defender of the Universe. A mighty robot, loved by good, feared by evil, and enjoys a little bit of meow mix from time to time. On the back, a great image of the Black Lion. It was always the trickiest to get the Black Lion looking right without looking it too super chunky, but I think it's going good so far. We'll see how to pack though. Who pilots the Black Lion again? What? Where? Oh, it's Keith. That's sort of right. Keith is the leader of the Voltron Lion Force and pilot of the Black Lion. He is an expert pilot who develops the battle strategies for Voltron Force. And I think they changed that up a little bit in Netflix Voltron, if I recall. So we have 20 points of articulated Black Lion Squirrel here. It's gonna be amazing. I can already tell. Let's slam this guy out of pack. Oh, he's a chunky monkey lion. I recall last time at old Squirrel Stampede Studios, we had a Voltron Black Lion once using a litter box or something. I can't remember. On the table, DreamWorks Voltron, Legendary Defender, Legendary Black Lion. You know, I'm feeling this one nicely tapered down considering the Black Lion is always so chunky. This one doesn't feel as chunky as previous. Again though, not sure if this was re-released earlier after Netflix Voltron when they did a classic run before, now doing a 40th run. They could have easily just used the same mold, but I'm feeling good with this one. It's a pretty kitty. I almost want to white glove this. Look how shiny the black plastic is on this. Oh, it's so perfect.
Hey, can you stop with those cat puns?
Oh yeah, I don't want to string you along. I'll stop with the cat puns. So the Black Lion on all fours. You can see plenty of points of articulation. Now obviously those front legs are going to fold up into its shoulders when transforming into Voltron, but we still have rotation for both Kitty Cat and Voltron. A little bit at the knee there and at the, what is that, cat ankle? Can't say that, catnal. Back hips, of course, on ball joints.
Laser blade!
Whoops, that was not what I planned. Back hips on ball joints, and then back knees, and some ratcheting toes. You may have noticed me fumble the active button.
Form Voltron!
Well, we're not doing that yet. Give me 5 minutes, jeez.
We will defend this planet!
Well, it's more like a table, but we'll go with that.
Lotor, your evil forces will never defeat us!
Lotor. Was Lotor bad? Who's Lotor?
They'll soon be defeated by Voltron,
Yeah.
defender of the universe!
Did someone just get ejected out the back hatch?
The galaxy is about to be secure!
I hope so.
Form Voltron!
Oh, that's a classic photon torpedo sound right there.
We will defend this planet!
Okay, well there's plenty of sounds, like it says, 60 sounds and phrases, yellow tail up top, which we can move about, and of course Voltron's wings up here are folded back for the moment. So it's a spectacular looking kitty cat, probably the best lion black I've seen before. I remember used to have a Trendmasters Voltron. Oh, sorry kitty. I remember having this 90s Trendmasters Voltron from Cartoon Network when they re-aired them back in the day, and that thing was so clumsy clunky because it was a little metal too, and things would get locked in too tight. So I feel like the plastic with this guy is gonna do pretty good. So let's find us another lion.
I guess in sequence, it's usually red. The red lion is really popular.
Kind of like the Red Ranger. It's always like, oh, the red lion, I want to be the red lion. Isn't that a hotel? Fires missiles from the side and is the right arm of Voltron, or well, the left if we're looking from here. So it's an arm cat bot. Arm cat bots a little bit smaller than cat leg bots. And there on the back, classic legendary red lion, Lance is the hot-headed ace flyer of the Voltron Lion Force. He pilots the red lion and is the second in command of Voltron. Now, so in Netflix Voltron, Lance was blue, right? And then he went to red or something. Lance always reminds me of Jay from Ninjago. They're both a little bit out there. Good looking accessory weapon add-ons here with the shoulder mounted laser cannon, the missile launcher in back, and the jaw blade. Think we're gonna have a good time with this one. So let's see Red Kitty Cat out of pack. Oh. Oh! Whoa. So lots of things fell out of the sky with this guy, or lioness, this gal. Got the sword of Voltron. We'll get to that a little bit later. I would totally recommend on fondue night. Now these are all in plastic, but the way the shine on this torso section piece really just feels like metal. I don't know why, but it has this great glossness to it. Look how bright this tiger is. Oh, can we pull this tail out? There we go. Tail was a little stumpy. You can see by just the design here, a little bit more narrow than the Black Lion, a little more catular, not as hulking, a little more proportioned how you would want. Lots of articulation built in. Of course, we're gonna have arm movement on upper shoulders, then front knees and front ankles. Pretty tight so far. They will curl up in transformation. And of course, since this is an arm, we're going to have some elbows in Voltron mode. So you got this kind of like cool cat that can turn around corners and see stuff. And it even rotates, so there's a lot of good articulation in here. Let's add on some weaponry. Let's get this laser cannon on the side shoulder. Not as metallic as it appears on box. It's just a gray, so kind of bummer there. Seem to be missing something. Oh, way back here, our missile launcher attachment. Let's pop that to the other back leg. And this is wildly funny and probably dangerous. Why would you combine 3 missiles in one? Ouch, that's gotta be explosive. And we will just set those in right in here. clicking away. We have the jaw blade accessory, so open wide. And it appears, do tell, there is a notch in the upper mouth of the lion to attach this blade on into. Now, in the past, I believe some of these kitties had detachable, launchable heads. I don't think that's the case this time, or yet. I feel like this head is solidly attached. That's a good thing. We do have a nice spring lever latch jaw for grabbing on and holding on to swords and knives. It's just spot on, a very pretty looking cat. So Lance has got quite the ride. If I could just keep this tail. Oh, there we go. Really give the tail a yank, and then it will hold. Plus giving you an extra, what, half an inch there. All right, Red Lion, I am impressed with ye. Let's just move counterclockwise around Voltron and check out a blue leg with the classic legendary blue lion. The lions that form the legs will be a little bit bigger than the arms, cost a little bit more, might be a little more sturdy, and maybe have a tendency to tap dance. Blue here with firing missiles, piloted by Her Royal Highness Princess Allura of Planet Doris, became pilot of the Blue Lion, the right leg of Voltron. So missile launcher, beam emitter, and a jaw blade. I love the extra accessories they included on in with these figures. Back in the day, yes, toys had more than just one accessory sometimes. Let's get Blue out of pack. Oh, why do they always fall? And there's our Blue pretty kitty. Once more with the paint and plastic style. I feel like it's metal even though it's not. Or is it? Pretty sure that's plastic. So certainly just a little bit taller and longer than Red. If you were to measure, it would stand about 5 inches in height, a little bit more, and a length of about 7 to 8 or a little bit more with that tail. Whereas Red would be a little shorter down at about 3.5 to 4 inches, and a length of about 7 or 8. Length is about the same, but certainly a little bit less massive. Lots of stuff to add on to Blue, like a missile launcher, and a beam emitter, and another fantastically sharp jaw blade that embeds up under the jaw. Did I get it? Did I get it? So armed and ready for battle, the Blue Lion. Did I fire that last projectile out of Red? How do we fire these? I love this little spindly thing coming out the back on this side. Oh, that's what fires it. Shoots a few feet off to the side. Certainly gives these lions a little extra character. Let's flip your tail back, dude. And I like how the legs of the blue and the yellow can move their head about a little bit more. So you can get straight on like so, or maybe a little bit down, or a little more positioning fun with this one. You are a pretty kitty. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So I'm liking Blue too. All of these are going to be legendary. So we continue clockwise around Voltron. Next up, the classic legendary Yellow. Not so secret mustard, as we like to call her. She fires missiles, and she forms the left leg of Voltron. Piloted by Hunk is the brawny yet soft-hearted mechanic of the Voltron Lion Force. Another jaw blade included, a razor wheel, that's a fantastic old school weapon, and the dual missile launcher. And like Blue, leggy large. Let's get Yellow out. Don't worry, pretty kitty, I won't let you fall down. Now, if you recognize the Yellow Lion, she also moonlights as the saber-toothed tiger on an old school Megazord. She gets pretty tired working double mech duty, but saving the world is worth it. So what's some other things of the Yellow Lion we can talk about? I almost want to say the older versions had some sort of face shielding that kind of pulled out. Something there is triggering a memory, but this one, they are shut closed. We've got her razor wheel. Oh, that's such a cool, almost Bond villain-esque weapon. Another dual missile launcher. Everybody gets a missile launcher today. This one's so off balance. Why is this one so off balance? Oh, sorry, Keith. My missile just kind of flew off in big circles because it's so misbalanced. But, you know, it'll do the job. And so we will load in here kind of like this to make it appear that it has 2 missiles, but it's only 1. It works. I'm just glad it's there. And the jaw blade. Oh, these are so tricky getting into the roof of their mouths. I tell you what, I tell you. It's really stuck. Finally, like 500 pounds of pressure opening this jawline. Oh, come on, don't fight with me. Whew. I almost say it's not worth it trying to get those things into their tabs and just kind of let it lock in tightly. And there's Trini Sabertooth ready for bat. Hunks, Saber Hunks, Yellow Lion ready for battle. I also want to say in older versions, this central piece here would lift up and down. I think these are just nice and solid now, but that's okay. They look good. They look good and strong. I would prefer good and strong over loose and hingy. They can get kind of tweaky. And finally, our last lion, classic legendary green lion. Green lion here. The left arm of Voltron. Oh, also with giant shield. They really packed these in with everything. So if you want to do a full roundabout of Voltron, you gotta get green. Pidge is the young genius of the Voltron Lion Force and pilot of the Green Lion, the left arm of Voltron. Also with a jaw blade, another missile launcher, and a battering spike. Ooh, that's when you're like in a cat race and you get your two cat hips together and you... that sort of thing. So we'll swing this around here. Deeper green than I thought compared to the others are very bright. This has a foresty green to it. Let's get out. Oh, you cats and your accessories. I'm so glad we get to see a 40th anniversary Voltron. I've had several models over the years, but always had to give them up, or minus the Lego Voltron that is still yet to be completed. Poor Voltron always gets the back table, but for 40th anniversary, we celebrate. What do we got? The battering spike. I love these accessories. They're so sharp. They're spiky, a little bit of paint. Smart thinking Pidge. You see, Pidge is like, you know, those double rockets are just gonna fly all over the place or get stuck together and cause mayhem. I'm just going with the single rocket launcher. We've got another jaw blade. This time I'm going to attempt not to groove it into the top of the mouth. I'm just gonna place it in there. See, it's got strong enough lever lock there, spring lever lock, that it'll hold without getting the weapon lodged up in there. So much easier. Go with that route. And we've got the mighty shield of Voltron. So we'll get to this once we build up Voltron. Also, once again, also good for fondue night. You could put a marshmallow on every one of those points. So there we have Team Voltron Lion mode. Green, red, yellow, black, and blue. Oh, aren't these just the prettiest of kitties, just hanging out on table? You know, squirrels and cats, we have a long, complicated rivalry over the years, but since Voltron is here for peace and not pieces of squirrel, we can form together as friends. Okay, so we're gonna form a 16-inch Voltron out of these. Where do we start? Probably back to the black lion, because that's where everything locks on into and makes that really cool music. Da 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 da. Flat, flat, flat. All right, let's prep up the big guy. If I remember, lower legs easiest part. Just stretch them out. Might even do a tap dance for you too. Shoulders. There's a secret tunnel up top. Lift them up and then rotate these arms in. Secret tunnel. Close. And rotate down. This was also troublesome in some of my past Voltron models where pulling up this flange was just painful. We got it good now. Look at that. Match up the red with the chest. You got it. We won't do the head yet. That's for the final reveal. How about yellow next? Yellow we do. And so let's take these attachments off. I believe they're stuck. I believe we could re-add them on if you wish to arm up Voltron. We'll just take them off for now. And these sharp mounted objects. Usually the legs pretty easy. We'll fold up these hips, pull back those legs in, and same thing up front here. We're gonna kind of pull this back and circle around kind of like that. It's gonna give you some stability to stand on those feet. Then we can rotate this head down like a foot, and we can take this tail finally and flip it on in. Oh, this leg is still out. So we got a yellow leg ready. Stand aside, bringing in blue. Hello, Bluey. Let's take off these extra accessories again and do the same thing we did with yellow. Oh, don't hit yourself. Looking good. There's like a little tiny green light on top of blue lion there. I think it's just paint. It almost looks like it would light up. Maybe that's Princess Allura's Wi-Fi or something. All right, so we'll walk you back over there. Let's work on an arm. How about red here? There's instructions, by the way, in every pack, so if you're new to this, they'll guide you through what to do. So the green and red, let's take off accessories. Now the red and green kind of fold up nicely. You kind of pivot those back leg joints in and front leg joints in. Kind of so like you're dancing like that. Flip around, do the other side. And red's taking a short little cat nap. Don't forget these tails. Jam them in tightly. And rinse and repeat with green. Although don't rinse too much, they're cats. They'll hate you for it. One last chore on green and red, and it might be kind of awkward. Flip around and there is a post back here, which you will use to attach up to Voltron's shoulders. Oh, we're getting there. This is so exciting. I love combiners. What say we do a height check first? We are at about 6 inches up to the knees. I'm thinking at this point, Voltron's theme song is going at full force. It's like, meow, 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 defender of the meows. Something like that. Get positioning the legs of the black lion like so. And we should be able to find a spot to latch in here. Yeah, there's a latch right in here. Very well done. There's even sound effects when they attach on in.
Yellow lion, leaping into action.
Didn't expect that. So legs lock in with the sound effects that activate up at the torso. We are close to 16 inches already, I imagine. That's the height. Let's get on these arms in. See if we can lock in Pidge first, the green lion up top. That's how Pidge sounds like. Oh, it's been so long since I've heard them talk. And then let's get on Keith.
Ready to form Voltron. Activate interlock. Dynatherms connected. Infracells up. Mega thrusters are go. Form feet and legs. Form arms and body. And I'll form the head. Voltron! Form blazing sword.
And install the sword. We're gonna install the sword. The tiny weapons, they'll tightly fit spring lock, but with weapons, heavy weapons, I will do the roof of the mouth. Same thing with the shield. Couple things in the back to work on. Get those wings on out. And flip up that tail. And I believe our 40th anniversary Voltron is assembled. It's gonna be one of these reviews where I need extendo arms to reach my table to get to this, to get to the widescreen view of mighty Voltron. I've got him lean back just a little bit. There's a little bit of
Gotta hang on somehow.
Instability with the knees and so much torso weight. I think we're going okay though. It's getting balanced so far. And now that they're together, I believe we're getting full-on Voltron team sounds.
Activate laser blades. We've gotta hang on somehow. Pidge, talk to me. Are you hurt? I'd be hurt if you didn't ask. Activate laser blades. You got it, Keith. Let's put him out of business. Yeah, with Voltron.
I love the central chest crest activating with light.
Yes. Form blazing sword.
Oh, the classic torpedo.
Yes, that got him. Activate laser blades. Yeah!
Your time is running out, Zarkon.
Finally an Allura sound bit.
Princess, we're a team, and we really need you. You came through when we needed you. Let's put him out of business.
Look how tall and mighty this stands though, and even in this precarious position, I've got kind of one knee a little bit bent back a little more, and he's still holding stable. Do we even attempt a height check? Well, we'll give it a shot here, and indeed, 16 inches up to the head. You can go up to 17, 18 even with those wings. Those wings up top, if positioned upright, will give you even more height. Articulation, a little bit for everyone. Up at the shoulders, it is a little odd. Instead of rotation here at this point where the lion meets, it's actually inner, and that's not the best. Doesn't look the best, but it still will rotate out if you need to reach out. Shoulders, we've got the ability to clank in and rotate in a couple spots, actually just lower here, and then wrist rotation there, and of course the arms have the spring lion head lock that holds onto stuff. We've got hips over here, of course. Remember the giant ball jointed hips for the Black Lion, and they have been pretty sturdy ratcheting. Even some central hip rotation there, and then down to the knees. And this part in here is, if any part is weakest, you sometimes have to pivot position here and there to get a good flat stand. And sometimes you have to positioning the blue and yellow lions' heads or their front feet around to give you extra stability. And look at this position, he's holding quite strong, leveraging back as if about to deflect a blow, so you've got some great articulation and great balance for the most part. Combiners, you never know. It's sometimes very difficult, and I'm finding this one fairly easy to keep standing. A lot of these ratcheting joints are really helping that. So this is turning out to be a really fine 40th anniversary edition. Probably the best edition that I've ever played with. And of course we went through many a time with Netflix's Voltron. It was awesome, but I like the classic look. I like the 40th anniversary look more so than the Netflix Voltron. I like to go classic as much as I can. So I'll hold on to this one for quite a while. It's certainly worth keeping my paws on it. So that went well with Voltron 40th. It's always fun to have a giant combiner on the back display shelf. It's gonna look great on any 80s, 70s, was it 70s? How long is 40 years ago? It's gonna look good on any retro shelf or any modern shelf. If you're a combiner, Transformers, Kaiju fan, it's perfect for you. So if you liked today's video, please give us a squike, squirrelibe, squammet, your favorite part of Voltron today. Thank you so much for watching. That's what I have to say about that.